but really great having you here and great to hear from New Zealand. Okay, our last speaker will be Theodore. Welcome, Theodore. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around, and thank you to the Institute for the opportunity to speak today. Please let me know if you can see the slides. Gary, can you guys see the slides?
Yeah, we can see the slides. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Again, my name is Ted Angel. I'm the Executive Director at the National Advanced Air Mobility Center of Excellence. It's located outside of Dayton, Ohio, in a small town called Springfield, Ohio. The facility that I run, it's a 55,000 square foot building that was sponsored by the Department of Defense in partnership with the United States Air Force and the AFWERX Agility Prime program, which has supported a lot of the U.S. eVTOL companies in their movement towards commercialization of advanced air mobility, at least in the eVTOL world. We have 30,000 square foot of office space and a 25,000 square foot hangar. You can see there the funding that was supported through not only the Department of Defense, but the state of Ohio and in the city of Springfield itself. This is a great collaboration space used by the Air Force Research Lab, the Agility Prime program, AFWERX, our Ohio UAS Center, who is underneath the Ohio Department of Transportation, who uses UAS and AAM aircraft to do bridge inspections and road inspections, among other things. Also, we have partnerships with academia and private industry, and I'll show you that in a minute. We did our groundbreaking in August of 23rd of 2022, and then we did a ribbon cutting in September of 2023, and then we gained occupancy December of 2023. What's our mission and our vision? Our mission is to increase AAM commercialization and acceptance by using all of Ohio's resources and capabilities that align also with our governor's aerospace strategy. Why is that important? Because the state of Ohio has been a leader in aviation since the Wright brothers, who flew the first powered flight 12 miles from where I sit today in this chair. So we have a ton of commercial aviation, federal resources, and a robust supply and manufacturing chain in the aerospace and defense world here in Ohio. And so this facility allows us to tap into all of those resources and help not only our tenants of the building, but also those that come into our area for testing and research. We also want Ohio to be recognized as the national leader in AAM, not only in technologies, but infrastructure, innovation, and partnerships. How do we do that? Well, currently we have these tenants and partners that you see here locally. The little schematic on the right is our facility and the offices and the hangar and the aircraft, but more importantly are the folks on the left that have partnered with our facility. You can see we have everything from composite companies to repair and overhaul companies. We have OEMs like Joby Aviation and Beta Technology. We have colleges and universities like Sinclair Community College. We also have partnerships with the government and the DoD who are in our facility as well, along with companies like NeoX, who's a liquid hydrogen company. The R&D partners on the right are important to our ecosystem and what we do, and I'll talk about our strength here at the center here in a minute. But we have partnerships with Aura Network Systems for our C2 command and control. Beta Technologies has a vertiport here with on-airport charging, off-airport charging, and charging to that prototype vertiport. Partnerships with Cal Analytics, who's helping us with some traffic management work within the state. And then, as you can see, our Sky Vision, Beyond Visual Line of Sight range and test site that we operate here locally. What are some key things that have been happening in the last 6 to 8 months? One is the naming of my position. So 1 February, the state and the state economic development arm in the state of Ohio said, hey, we need to get an executive director into this center. And then secondly, in March, we need to get an AAM division director underneath the Ohio Department of Transportation. And so both those things happened in February of March, and it's really allowed Ohio to stay focused on leading this effort and being a great team player for the OEMs who are trying to get to commercialization. How are we doing that? Well, we've had support from the DoD, but we also have strong support from our congressional members within the state of Ohio. So far, we have actually gotten a little higher than that 9.8 million that you see on the slide, upwards of around $14 million to continue to upgrade our technologies here for our ground-based detect and avoid system and to really grow that. And we're pursuing additional funding in 2026 to continue to build out the center that you see here. What are some future opportunities? Well, now that we have stood up a 501c6 nonprofit organization within the NAAMCE, we are building membership packages that will allow industry partners to partner with the NAAMCE and get access to our test range, to get access to our network, etc. We're building those out now, and those should go live here in a month or so. I know you guys had a brief earlier in the day on the Pulitzer Electric Air Race. We are fortunate enough to have competed to be the host city. And so we're excited to be partnering with the Advanced Air Mobility Institute to host that race on October 10th through the 12th right here at the National Advanced Air Mobility Center of Excellence in the Springfield-Beckley Airport. We will follow that up the next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, October 14th and 15th, with our National Advanced Air Mobility Industry Forum. And I put the website up there that you can register for that, you can attend, you can sponsor. We're going to be doing 4 workshops, a little bit different than other conferences where there's a lot of panels. We're going to host some workshops and try to collect some white papers that we can get back to the industry to read and to learn from as they move forward. And obviously, as a nonprofit, we are open to partner for grants with those that are trying to partner with grants, and then we're also always looking for public and private partnerships to grow the industry. What makes us unique at the National Advanced Air Mobility Center of Excellence is in partnership with the Air Force Research Lab in 2014, they wanted to have their UAS program a lot closer to home. And so they started doing research, this OASIS study, to determine what is the best airfield close to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base where they could stand up a test site. And then in doing that study, they picked the Springfield-Beckley Airport where we sit today. And we now have an FAA-approved COA in partnership with AFRL, the Air Force Research Lab, that allows us to do unmanned flight within a 225 square mile area up to 18,000 feet. We have no restriction on size, so we can go Group 1 all the way to Group 5, and we don't require chase planes because of our ground-based detect and avoid system. I'll also note that that allows us to do it all in the national airspace. So this is not restricted airspace. We are communicating with the unmanned pilot while air traffic control continues to talk to the manned aircraft that are flying in our area. This is what we call Sky Vision. So this blue bus basically has our ground-based detect and avoid technology inside of it. And what does it do? It drives out to the middle of our airfield here. It's connected to a National Guard base. And then it picks up 3 radars, our London, Ohio radar, our Dayton radar, and our Columbus radar. And what that allows us to do is to go ahead and provide that detect and avoid for that unmanned aircrew member while they're flying within our test site. It's a very unique concept. A lot of folks come and fly here. One, because they like to be close to the customer, which is normally the United States Air Force in the Air Force Research Lab. But more importantly, it's a great area. It's not congested. It's easy to get range time with us. And we have the facility here now to support it. So if you come out and need testing, you're able to use office space, hangar space, and use the range all within a reasonable cost and price. Here's our existing infrastructure, that Sky Vision ground-based detect and avoid system I told you about. We have Class G and E airspace. We are non-towered, but we do have a Class D infrastructure with our Air National Guard being connected to us. I just talked about the facility, so I'll skip that part. But we do have our command and control with Aura Aviation's great comms. It gives us 100+ mile coverage, and it's RTCA DO 377 compliant. And then we've also partnered with intelligence, so True Weather Network. We have about 10+ sensors deployed around our airfield for accurate low altitude weather for those flying in those low altitudes. How do we use this? How do we advance, or how are we advancing this through our capabilities? Again, that great ground-based detect and avoid technology that we have. Again, we can do visual line of sight, and we can do beyond visual line of sight, up to 18,000 feet. We do have dedicated 107 zones and runway deconfliction areas that allow us to do this very safely. Our original COA only allowed us to go to 10,000 MSL, but we were able to show the FAA that our history of flight safety allows us to move it up to 18,000 feet, which allowed us to help our Air National Guard base, who was trying to land MQ-9s here without a chase plane, and we were able to do that the last 2 years during some exercises. So this is a busy slide, but I wanted to throw the AAM technology test bed up there and just give you an idea of all the different things that are here on the airfield and what makes us unique. So when you come out to the Center of Excellence, you get access to all of this technology in some form or fashion when you partner and test out here. And so we have a great relationship with Sinclair College that you see on here. What makes them very unique for a 2-year college, they have a pivotal black fly in a simulator. They have a CTOL that they just purchased from Beta Technologies and a mobile simulator, drone simulator that is here at the facility. And they also own a Lift-Hexa that they're doing simulation and digital twin work with their students on. And so very robust area for workforce development and strengths within the center as well. It's all scalable, and we're working to do that. We started out small with our SkyVision project, but we continue to look at radar expansion at Wright Pat, adding an L-Star radar. We're looking at some remote digital tower work in partnership with the authorities. We have some portable observation towers that will be coming as well. We're working with Danner on some future mobile charging, so being able to take charging to the aircraft versus having to park at a permanent station. And then working through our UTM opportunities with some of our drone first responder projects and some of our other aircraft moving at the lower altitudes. We have plenty of fiber networks that run through the area, and we have smart corridor just north of us that's designed for not only ground autonomous work when it comes to autonomous vehicles on the ground, so using it for autonomy within the air. As I said, I know Minnie mentioned the different OEMs in the U.S. that are working towards certification and leading these efforts. We have a presence of 2 of the major ones on our airfield. Joby Aviation has an office within the facility, and then they also have the trailer that you see up there on top that is housed here at the local airport and at the Center of Excellence. And then we have a prototype vertiport there that you can see with Beta simulator and off airport charging. And again, even more partnerships in the next slide. As you can see, we have about 16 to 20 major colleges and universities in the state that have partnered with the NAAMCE. And so as you come through the NAAMCE, you get access to those resources and to those folks who are doing great things within their colleges and universities as well. Some of our partners, not all inclusive, but some of the key ones that we work with on a daily basis. And so if you're partnered with any of those, obviously coming through the Center of Excellence here, you would continue to have access. And then lastly, what makes the NAAMCE, as we call it, a site advantage for you guys? Well, You're able to see that partnership we have with the Air Force Research Lab and the Ohio Department UAS Center. We provide that beyond visual line of sight up to 18,000 feet with no chase plane requirement. You can see our wind conditions are very favorable. Our visibility is very favorable for the majority of the year. You have exclusive access to airspace and runways, instrument approaches. We have some pretty robust infrastructure when it comes to primary runway and then our crosswind runway. And then we have no noise abasement requirements. And even though these aircraft are small, it allows us to still be able to do the things we need to do. And then you can see the average takeoff and landing per day here at the facility. So with that, I have added my information here at the top, my email, my phone number, and then my LinkedIn as well. And again, I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this today. And thank you.
Thank you, Theodore. That was really good. And, we're all looking forward to coming to Ohio in October for the Pulitzer Air Prize race and hopefully to see your beautiful facilities. One question though came from Jeff Wilson was, does the mobile unit detect using radar or does it detect using ADS-B and MLAT? Mode 5 as used.
Yeah, so it does it using radar. So it plugs into the existing radar at the airfield, and then it picks up 3 other radars in the local area so that they can really fine tune the detection and avoid capability. So they're basically, we have an air traffic control system that sits in that bus, and then we have air traffic control retired folks that are basically monitoring that system and talking to the unmanned pilot.
Well, thank you, Theodore. And it was really good having you here. And on behalf of the AAMI, we look forward to a lot of future cooperation. And that actually brings us to the end of this first day of